Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again. Today we are doing another discography overview where I go through a band's discography chronologically, going through each CD or album for a band that I own every album by. And today I'm very excited to be talking about one of my favorite bands from Switzerland, Cân Bardd. So if you have not heard this project before, this is epic, atmospheric, folky black metal. Say for fans of bands like Seor, Gallow Braid, Summoning, Sojourner, Caladan Brood, Eldamar, anything in that general scope. If you like those bands, you will probably get some enjoyment out of this project. This was started by one man, Malo Savelli, I believe is how you pronounce his name. I may be mispronouncing that, so I apologize, but he essentially does everything other than drums. Does vocals, guitar, bass, keys, orchestrations, and writes all the songs. Then he brought in Dylan Watson to perform drums. So the two of them have been going at this project since 2016. They've released 3 albums to date, and they are all stellar, top-notch stuff. Just epic and mystical. And it's just the perfect kind of music where you just want to get lost in nature listening to this. Or if you're stuck at home, you close your eyes, you put this on your headphones, and you'll get transported away into nature. And it's soothing, yet calming, but also aggressive in moments as well. Like, it's so epic and just grandiose in style, but still bringing in those aggressive moments, full of sorrow, but beautiful at the same time. It makes you picture the Swiss landscapes. I am planning to go to Switzerland next year. I will, of course, be listening to this probably on the plane trip over to put me in the mood. But yeah, it really brings in so much folky instrumentation here amongst the black metal, whether it be with strings or whistles, whatever you think, that's probably in here. Just really creates these giant soundscapes, just perfect to get lost in. I love this style of atmospheric black metal, and these guys are one of the best in the business at it. Up and coming band, like I said, only been around for like the last 6 or 7 years. But yeah, let's get into this now. Gonna go through their 3 albums. So in 2018, their first album came out, Nature Stays Silent. They always have beautiful album covers. Look at that. Awesome, awesome stuff. Got the booklet there. Show you the CD, as well as the back of it there. I should have also mentioned they're on Northern Silence Productions, which is one of the best labels out there, especially for this type of atmospheric black metal. Seems like they can't miss. Anytime they release something, my interest is piqued. But yeah, so this album, it's 8 tracks, it's about 70 minutes, so you're getting some lengthy compositions, kind of typical for the genre for sure. The one complaint I will say about this album is that maybe the production is a little bit muddier and a little rougher around the edges than their subsequent releases. It seems like a lot of people seem to have major issues with this. I don't think it's that bad of production. It definitely improves on later albums. This was mixed by Mike Lamb from Sojourner, so I mean, he knows what he's doing for this style of music, but just it maybe leaves something to be desired. This drum sound kind of muffled at times, which is disappointing because Dylan Watson is a great drummer, and a lot of bands that do this style of music usually just use programmed drums, but having an actual drummer in this band really elevates it to another level. It brings the material up a notch, and this is just epic and glorious, and is full of melodies that are just going to stick in your head. These little earworm melodies, so beautiful. The way he writes these compositions, like his songwriting is so on point here. Folky instrumentation and orchestrations just really create this huge soundscape, and he really is just displaying his ability to create these lush atmospheres with this folk influence. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff here. Favorite tracks, if I had to pick, I mean, this whole album is great, but My Ancestors is awesome. A Gift for Nature as well to close off the album. All in all, great debut. I would give this 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, my only issue holding it back is maybe the production could be a little bit better, but other than that, for a debut, kicks ass. After that, the sophomore album came out the very next year, actually, 2019, The Last Rain. Once again, and just absolutely beautiful album cover there. Got the booklet, got the CD there, as well as the back. So this one was streamlined a little bit more compared to the debut. This one's only 5 tracks at about 50 minutes, so still lengthy songs, but 50 minutes doesn't overstate its welcome, and this one really dialed up the ante here. I like everything about this better than the debut. Not a knock on the debut, I absolutely love that, but this is an absolute masterpiece. Goddamn love this album. If you've never heard the band before, this would be a good place to start. I find that the songwriting improved a little bit. Cleaner production definitely helped. You can hear the drums a lot better. The vocals have improved as well. Really balances between clean vocals and harsh vocals, and just really well done stuff here. This is just full of melody, like up to the wazoo. It's just so much melody on this album, but it just blends these contrasts so beautifully as well. It's got these really harsh, aggressive moments, and then it's got these beautiful somber moments as well. There's chanting, there's acoustic moments, like anything, everything you want, the different emotions, it just runs the gamut and is so beautiful. This really just brings nature to your doorstep, to your headphones, and it's a masterpiece. I absolutely love this album. Every single song on here hits the mark, but if I had to pick favorites, I mean, the 15-minute opener between Hope and Reality, top-notch stuff. Closing track, The Last Rain, amazing as well. But all the other songs are great too. This one I'm going to give 9.5 out of 10 to. This is my favorite Cân Bardd album, but all of them are worth checking out. This one is especially. So after that, went to the third album a couple years later, 2021, Devoured by the Oak. This was one of my favorite albums from 2021, for sure. Another gorgeous album art there. Show you the back of the booklet. You got the CD there as well with like the wreath of branches, or une couronne de branche, if you pardon my French. But yeah, so this one's about 8 tracks, just under an hour. And this one, probably the cleanest production they have had to date. Kind of continues in the same vein as the previous album, but they continue to build on their sound and their identity, just adding new layers. There's so many ebbs and flows to this album, whether it be like some ambient moments, maybe some instrumentals, and then like aggressive moments as well. And then the last song on the album really throws you for a curveball. It's almost like a relaxing lullaby with female vocals, which might sound out of place, but it doesn't. It suits the album so well. It brings the story to a close, and it just makes you want to go back and listen to the whole story again. It's such an engaging listen, just a beautiful album full of beautiful choruses as well. You'll be singing along to the clean singing parts. And this is just, again, really displays amazing songwriting with this great balance between these beautiful, serene moments and then these howling, aggressive moments. It just balances the emotions so well. Awesome, awesome album here. If I had to pick favorite songs, the single from the album, Une couronne de branche, amazing song, one of the catchiest melodies you will hear, and beautiful song there. Devoured by the Oak Part 1 and 2 as well, but really, once again, the whole album. It's hard to just pick favorites because this is meant to be listened to as a whole. Beautiful stuff, awesome album. I'll give this one 9 out of 10. So yeah, they've just got the 3 albums to date. Very much looking forward to whenever the next album comes out. But yeah, I wanted to spotlight maybe a little bit of a lesser known band this time. Usually when I've been doing these, I've been going with some bigger name bands, but I wanted to spotlight a lesser known band that needs some more recognition. If you have not heard Cân Bardd, change that right now. Go give them a listen. You will not be disappointed if you're into epic atmospheric black metal at all, because they rule. So anyways, these are just my thoughts and opinions as usual. You can probably look forward to another edition in this series next month, where I'll go through another band's discography where I own every CD. So, until then, Hammerheart Metal Reviews.